Another Cadillac? We may have sold my 62 Sedan Deville back in the fall, but we haven't been completely Cadillac-less. We've had this 1962 Coupe Deville since September of 2019. It's been hanging around as a parts car for mine, but also waiting to be built. We decided to see if we could bring this car back to life again after we let it sit several years. The only work we've done previously has been to buy an unknown condition motor and put it back in the car. Flash forward to 2024.
This is our 62 two-door Cadillac. We bought this as a parts car for Brittany's car, and then we decided it was too nice to part out. So we went to Nashville and got an engine and trans for it, and we sat the engine and trans in it, and that was the last thing we did. So...
And it's been 2 years or so?
It's been a while. So we're gonna try to make this thing run. Our goal is to make it run and drive it out of this hole it's in. This car had brakes when we parked here. It probably doesn't anymore. But like I said, our goal is to get it running and try to drive it out of this hole it's in. And then maybe we can sell it. So, and we have the grill and everything for it. We have all the parts that have been taken off, we have.
The parts that are taken off are the parts that we used on my Cadillac.
Yeah.
So they're there. They're just...
This one has this trim that your car was missing.
Yeah.
But your hood was rested here and not here.
Yeah.
Alright. The starter is on it. That was what I was worried about, was not having a starter. That was the big thing I was worried about. I've got manifolds somewhere.
We painted this engine. I even like pinstriped it, hand painted it.
Yeah, now it's rusty again. It still looks okay. It'll photograph good. I don't know if we have a distributor for this. No, we're gonna debriar this unit and then see if we can get our battery cables installed. I hate briars. May as well go ahead and debriar this side too. At least somewhat. Get out of here.
That one was in there.
That one poked through my glove. It was unpleasant. Alright, good enough. Alright, so we have a longer battery cable, which should reach to our battery box. I don't know what hole the battery cables come through. I thought these had a hole. This one's got a hole here that's not punched.
That's interesting.
Your Cadillac had a hole for this to come through. I believe it'll reach though, and that's all I was concerned about, is that it could reach. This battery cable is going to need to run under that motor mount. I actually think that these trans lines are supposed to run in the same place. I was almost positive these Cadillacs had a wire down here that fed the car.
It's been so long, you forgot.
No, I forgot. I just don't think it's here. I'm going to have to redo these anyway, so I'm not super aggravated about that being like that. Yeah, there should be a body feed that runs to the ignition. Unless it has it up here. There's that. That is not nearly a big enough wire to feed like the entire car. But maybe. Your car had it on the starter. Because I remember it losing connection down there.
Unless somebody's ripped it all out.
They may be using this, which is not... That is not big enough to feed, like, power window circuit. Does this car have power windows?
I think it... I don't know, actually.
Yeah, it's got power windows with crank vent windows. Okay, well, I'm about to just hook it up this way, and then...
Go from there?
Yeah, when I realize that that's wrong, I'll just run the battery wire to the battery and do it that way. I know this is probably not getting left here, but for now, I mainly want to see if the starter works before I put the exhaust manifolds on, because the exhaust manifolds hide the starter. And that'll work for the time being. Alright. Will the starter work? Maybe not. Or maybe it's the wrong terminal. Maybe it goes to this one. No?
Oh, the bottom one's trying to turn.
Yeah, I don't know if the starter's super weak or if this battery's super weak.
The bottom one turned just a smidge.
Let me get a bar and put on that and make sure the motor turns. Got a bar. We're gonna see if... Oh, well, that turns over nice. Does it go more? Yeah, that engine is super free. So either the battery's bad or the starter is bad.
Or a fun combination of the two.
Yeah, we could have both. Okay, let's try another battery first, because that's the easiest thing. Alright, we have another battery. I'm gonna try this one. Come on. I believe this one's gonna work if I can find the post again. Beautiful. Okay, the starter's good. At this point, we need to find the whatever wire makes the start function work and wire it before we put the manifold on. Alright, so start working on the distributor. I've got a bunch of new parts, new points and a condenser, a cap and a rotor, and a new vacuum advance can. I had this on my shelf, so I wasn't gonna change it, but it's not necessary to make it run. This one's bent. This distributor has no guts in it or screws to put together. I have a spare one. It's hot garbage, so I'm gonna use all the guts from this one to build that one, or all the screws and all my new parts. So let's put a distributor together. I did have one screw for this I just took out. I love that we have that pointing straight to the back. Spidey's. Alright, I need this screw. If y'all don't have one of these screwdrivers, if you work on point stuff, that's a split screwdriver. It holds the screw. It's real nice for fishing these screws down in the distributor because it holds them.
So how does it, you pull it?
Yeah, it's the end's split, and when you push the sleeve up, it spreads it out. So you put your screw in it, and then spread it.
Well, I thought it was magnetic.
No, it's got a actual like piece that does that. I bought that at the swap meet and I've never seen another one. I'm sure they exist. I just have not seen one.
Did you know what it was when you bought it?
No. I just thought it was cool and it was weird. Alright. Now we need...
Does it have a name on there?
Quick Wedge 2354. Points, which go opposite the vacuum advance. That goes this hole, and the points are slotted so I can start it. This goes here.
Top part in the ultrasonic cleaner.
The distributor?
Yeah.
I have actually had this distributor removed.
No, I mean the top, like, rusty part.
This part?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had it removed.
Oh.
I'm so used to Ford points, having to adjust them with the screws. These GMs, you adjust them with that Allen. That's always an odd concept to me. All I got left to put in now is the condenser.
So Daniel got the distributor turned around so that thing is no longer facing towards the back.
Yeah, I don't know which direction it's supposed to point, but pointing not towards the firewall is fine. The distributor, it doesn't matter which direction it points. As long as number one is pointing towards number one, it really doesn't matter. And this is the part where I should just use that old condenser because I've had such terrible luck with large screw condensers. This is supposed to go. This is flipped. Flip it. All right.
What are you adjusting?
I'm putting the two wires in under the screw. Now these two wires go here under the screw. as much as I fuss about points ignition, it is very simple. And it does work, as long as you can get good parts. That's all installed. I need to put a little grease on that before I put the rotor button on. Now these GM distributors, you adjust the points with this little Allen screw here. This is real nice if you got a dwell meter on it and you're doing it with an actual like tools. All I'm doing is just doing it by sight, just to make sure it's got a little bit of a gap. We'll probably put this on the dwell meter and actually do it right once it's running, but to get us running, that'll work. Is this battery dead? Probably.
Why'd you flip it?
Because I was hoping it would fit in here better. This battery does not fit this car. I was trying to get more
Cable?
Yeah, a little better connection. Alright, so this is the part where I'm going to put the battery on charge and go to lunch. Alright, bump it over and we'll get it on top of it. Just bump it a little at a time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Touch more. Alright, let me stop right there and let me see where the piston is.
We're trying to get it on top dead center. That's what we're trying to do here. We had a few issues with the starter not working. Finally got that sorted. Got the manifolds on there. That was a pain. So we're back in action again.
Alright, I'm going to move it with a bar and get it actually exactly where I want it. I may have went past it just a hair. Nope, I stopped exactly in the right spot. Right there's where I want to be. Alright, so now I can put the rotor button on and point it wherever it's pointing is going to be number 1 on the cap.
This car has put up a fight. What we thought was supposed to be easy has now turned into a like half-day ordeal.
I gotta get some penetrating on. I need to oil it. Alright. I'm confident that will move freely. It moved freely anyway, but I didn't want it to be dry.
So what's the difference in WD-40 and Deep Creek?
I don't know. I think Deep Creek works better. Never been really a fan of WD-40. It's not a penetrating oil, for one. Yeah, that works. So number 1 is pointing straight over there, which is not right, but that's okay. We build very few things and keep points and all this junk. This all feels wrong.
Yeah, my 62 Cadillac sedan 4-door, we swapped all my stuff over.
Yeah.
We got tired of fighting with it. And most of the cars that we daily drive that are old are all HEI. Put number 1 there.
plug back in. I gotta get an ignition coil. I got one on that parts motor over there with that bracket.
This is the 4th early Cadillac that we've had. We had mine, which is a 4-door. We had a teal Park Avenue, and then we had a black
Town sedan.
Town sedan.
Both of those were short deck cars. Alright. We're gonna need that gasket. I have an adapter to put a regular 4-barrel on this. I'm not sure if I need it or not. I may can just put, I'm thinking Edelbrock will bolt on there, which I have a crazy Edelbrock that might work.
We took a field trip behind the shop to our spare 390 Cadillac engine.
This is a 365.
Oh, sorry. 365 Cadillac engine and trans.
It does, however, have a lot of good usable parts. It's not usable as an engine because.
So you're taking the what off again?
The ignition coil and the bracket. I do have a Ford Jet right here if we wanted to keep it Rochester.
This is our spare parts rack. It's very unsightly. We hope to kind of clean up this area at some point, but this is where we keep.
Speak for yourself.
I
love this area just like it is. On your car, hit that bracket and we had to move it because I had your coil mounted on the firewall. But for this car, we can mount it right there. Well, that's a nice connection. Sketchy, but it will work. And it's at 11:30 seconds. Which is on the ratchet I dropped. Got it. Destroyed my finger. Alright, that's tight. Wire. And then I gotta put the back brakes back together, and then we should be able to drive it out of this hole. Plug wires are on. I need a carb, and I really need this gasket, but if I don't have it, I may just have a slight vacuum leak for now. Fine thread 5/16 nuts, which I'm probably not going to have. Unless these are them. Those are them. There's a couple right here. Beautiful. Alright, I've got an Edel broken. Let's see if it'll bolt on here without an adapter. It's got a gasket stuck to it. Will the throttle open? The throttle will open. Yeah, it will. Okay. So I'm sure you're gonna yell at me and tell me why this doesn't work without the adapter. I have an adapter to put like a holly on this. But we're gonna try it without it because reasons. So it's also probably only gonna have 2 bolts. There may be 2 more nuts over there. If I can find more, I will install more. Yeah, that's my washer. We are just doing a proof of concept right now because I don't know if this engine's any good. We drove to Nashville, a guy gave us this engine. He was building a drag car. So, I don't know that he ever heard it run. And I mean, I checked it to make sure it spins over, but that's all I've done. So, it would be outrageous to like do anything more. I just want to see if the engine runs and see if the trans goes in gear. And see if the brakes on the car work. They worked when we got it, but that's been... How many years has that been?
Probably 3, 4. It's been a while.
I think it's been more than that. Alright. We're gonna seal up as many vacuum leaks as we can. Give this thing the best chance at running good. The best chance it can have with an Edel broken. I need my little IV bottle and a jumper wire for the distributor. And I really need to make sure it's got oil in it. It appears to have clean oil in it. Don't know how much because I don't have a dipstick tube, but I found the hole and put that in there and it has oil in it. So we're not dry starting it. I got my IV bottle hooked to the carb. And I let it feel and see what happens. See how bad this Edel broken is. This thing hasn't had gas in it in a while. I should really give her some taps. No, I don't have any real jumper wires today. I just have this trash I picked up outside the shop door. But it will work. Normally I have better jumper wires. Let's give her a whirl and see what we get. Gas coming out. Alright, I put a vice grip on that so I got a better connection. Let's try her again. Maybe I should check and make sure I have spark. a big negative. I have no spark. I don't know if it's a coil problem or a points problem. Power there. Power there. This should blink when I spin it. It does not. Oh, because my wire going to my points is broken. For now, I'm just going to tie this together. Unhook my jumper wire, the blue one. You have to pull a little harder than that. Let me see. If I go get a little butt connector, I can actually fix this in somewhat of a reasonable manner. Alright. Should have spark now. Yep, I don't have spark now because it made a connection. We should fire up if, like, the engine's good, which I think it is. Timing sounds not correct. I raised it earlier when I was trying to make it start, so let's go back there. That's more better. Timing's dog low. Let's give that. I wonder what it does if I just leave it choked. I'm going to say that it floods it. And advance the timing just a little more. The transmission has fluid in it and the pump works.
Yeah, so it's spitting out of there.
Motor sounds good.
Yeah. Runs good.
So our next step is to put this rear axle back in and see if it'll drive out of this hole. I'm gonna put this on. This is gonna have to be more permanent too, but for right now, I ain't driving it down the road. All I'm doing,
We want to drive it around and wash it.
I want to drive it around and wash it, and I want to pull it in the shop.
Yeah. Well, we spared you guys all the boredom of putting the axle and the drum back on, etc. But we decided to show you guys that we had these Dodge wheels that came off of the Durango that we named Tad.
Yeah, I think they're actually Jeep wheels. There's a picture of a Jeep on it.
The Jeep wheels, but they were on the Dodge. And we took them off to put a different set of wheels on there, but they actually look like they're gonna work.
I think they'll fit. I need to knock that drum the rest of the way on and make sure that the hub will clear.
It's kind of funny because it has a center cap that says Dodge and a little picture of a Jeep.
Yeah.
Like an old, like, 40s era Willie Jeep. We are almost ready to pull the Cadillac out of the hole. We put transmission fluid in there, and then Daniel is working on rigging up a throttle cable.
Yep, it needs some kind of a throttle.
This is not a permanent solution by any means.
Oh no. Look, I even got a return spring.
Oh man.
You're gonna have to have one more zip tie to make it work. So the return spring really just sets it off. Makes it special. Beautiful, that will work. Number two, this motor mount's not installed. The motor jumped way over there.
Oh wow. Watch the motor in this clip. It's gonna replay again, but just a slow-mo version so you can really see the motor just coming up out of the motor mount towards the sky. So we're getting this video out really late this week. We've been behind at the shop trying to make things happen. It's not the best video, but we did accomplish what we wanted to accomplish, and that was getting the Cadillac running and driving. We can go through the brakes, make sure they're good to go, fix a few other issues. We'll get it cleaned up the rest of the way, but...
And I've got a windshield for it to put in.
Yeah, but it does all the things, and it will be for sale if anybody's interested. For all you guys that subscribe to us that are new here, hey, we're Brittany and Daniel from Resurrected Garage. We bring old cars, old bikes back to life. We will have hopefully some more updates on the Suzuki T500. I know a lot of you guys subscribed for that, so we're going to keep that coming.
Waiting on parts. I had to get some cables for it, and I'm looking for a swing arm still. I think I'm going to straighten that one for now. I got a guy that's supposed to have me one, but it's going to be a bit of a drive to get it, so we'll see.
So that's where we're at on that. We'll release the footage. We're going to hold it until we get it running. So if you don't see anything, that's why.
We're going to hold it till we get it running and riding. Because the next time y'all see that bike, I'm going to be on it going down the road, and I'm excited about that.
Well, that's all we have for now. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we will catch you on the next video.
Thank you. See y'all.
See ya. Ask about merch. We do have a few shirts from last year and 2022 that are up on our website. It's resurrectedgarage.com/shop. So if you want to go check that out, they're on our website. They are limited quantities available. We hope to have another shirt design up soon. So keep a lookout for that. We'll make announcements, talk about it. And the second thing is, if you want to donate to the cause, there is a PayPal link at the end of the videos that we've been putting up. Our PayPal is Resurrected Garage in all lowercase. You'll see our 1977 F-150 in blue, and then a collage of all the stuff that we've did. So if you feel led to, or want to drop a few bucks, that's why that's on there. We really do appreciate it. We've had a few people donate, and that really helps us out. One of them, we were able to get another newer style GoPro, so that really helped. So we really appreciate all your thoughts, all you guys watching. It really does help support us, and all that goes back into the channel to create better videos for you guys. So thank you.